everybody. Today is May 6th. I'm coming out to check on the old greenhouse, make sure everything's alright. It's been raining over the weekend and these last couple days, so I'm just now getting out here while there's a little hiatus between the rain, and I'm gonna check and see what's going on out here. I see a lot of vegetation from everything from the rain, so you can see that bad boy right there. That actually looks pretty cool over there. Like, I'm really not mad because it gives character to all of this. I did buy more mulch. I bought some instead of putting the 2x4s over here across by this wood box and all. I bought some little fences to stick down into the ground in between these little concrete areas, so they'll stand up nice and it'll block it off real nice all the way across. Let's see, my red maple right here is doing pretty good. I like that. I really like this. This is a very beautiful plant, and I'm glad I didn't kill it. So there's a lot of vegetation to go around to collect. I'm trying to figure out the best way, which I personally believe I'm gonna get some gloves on, because some of this stuff I don't know what it is, and I don't want to grab a handful of poison ivy or something crazy like that. I do see a lot of yellow dock though. It's all over the place. Like, they had a whole crop of this stuff back here. And let's go take a look at the other side. Look, this tree, the branches are long. They're growing over top of everything now. This is going to be a problem, so I'm gonna have to cut these branches down from here. And I just cut all of this stuff, man. This is the disheartening part. And then some more yellow dock back here. There's some growing on the other side of this box. And now let's see what's going on inside of this box. We'll take a quick look down there. The wind blew over my long beam that I had sitting up there, but that's still not useful to me yet. Soil looks good down in there. There's still a little bit of things growing in there, but not, it's falling down in there. So I did get screws, and I got stuff from Home Depot to work on all of this. So let's start out by taking a look at the cabbage. So how's it going in here? So far, they are both looking great. They're doing well. This leaf down here is still doing well, even though it's kind of just droopy. And the cabbage is doing well. And this is two. This is one here, and this is one here. And they seem to be growing in their own little space, even though they're growing together. So I suspect one head is going to come out this way, and the other one's going to try to stay up, straight up, or toward the side there. There's some little doodaddies growing down in there, in all of it. So I will have to, root those to weed out those little guys, or either just pull them straight up when they're big enough so I can grab the whole thing and pull the root out at the same time. But for right now, I did buy more netting because I want this netted up just the way the other one was netted up. The outside portion is netted up on this side behind me without the gate. This is 3 layers, and I like the 3 layers. It makes a lot of sense to have the 3 layers all the way around. Now that I got it coming, because then I could still put the plastic around here and Like I said, I gotta get this beam back up there. I got the screws and everything in the house to do that. I have standing water in here. There's no mosquitoes. Let's see what's going on down in here. There's a lot of weird stuff in here that I feel like shouldn't be in here, and it's somehow falling through this netting. So the extra netting is going to make me feel better. I'll knock all this stuff off from up here, and once I get this reinforced, I'll put the branches up. But since we're in here, let's go ahead and take a look at the tomatoes. Look how well they're growing in there. Everything is looking well. Over here, this cucumber is doing good, but the one cucumber doesn't. It looks like something's going on here. I'm sorry. So let's take a look inside the container and see what's going on here. If we can, spill that water off of there. And we'll take a quick look inside of here, see what's going on. Okay, everything's looking really well. Seems to be drinking adequately. The rock wool is very moist, but I feel that the one that is weakened is this one up here for the cucumbers. So I may very well lose this cucumber here, this darker one that's starting to look a little weird. This one is bright-eyed bushy tail, it's nice and green, it's getting strong here. But this one here, this root, I kind of knew I was going to have an issue out of it. I was hoping that it would just grow down into it, but it's taking its sweet time, so I'm just going to try to make sure the rock wool is moist so that it can still drink from there as it tries to work its way down into the nutrient. And same for this guy over here, even though these are looking pretty stellar. And this is another root that just came off the stem there, and there's at least 2 or 3 of them in there. And this one is doing excellent. There's, I think, 5 of them in here, and all 5 of them look really, really, really healthy here. They're doing really well. There seems to be something on here, and I don't know what it is. See if I can see what that is. Okay, nothing major. On the tomatoes, they're all looking pretty good, and they're doing really well. These air roots, I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's air roots down there. They're little white fuzzies, and then they're going down toward the solution as it seeks out nutrient. So hopefully they should be doing okay. I'm just gonna take a quick peek over here so we can see what's going on. But for the most part, these stems are strong, everything's strong, and doing really well in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this guy up. Make sure we do not block any leaves in here, because that would be a bummer. Make sure nothing's locked in, and all you do is just, pull down on it a little bit just to make sure nothing's actually locked in there. Then we go ahead and make sure that's on there, and throw the weight on the top, and let that finish going on about its business. This cabbage is doing too much, I feel, because I buried him deep down in there, and he's growing like a wildfire now. And These guys I didn't bury as deep. And of course, I'm not going to add water today. Everything's nice and moist from earlier. Everything's nice and wet from earlier. The rains. None of these leaves feel wilted. Everything feels nice and strong and cabbagey, honestly. So we'll go on over here, take a peek in the box, which I know I'm going to be highly disappointed with this lettuce. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. A hinge. I mean a latch to be able to lock this. And the list of things of doing too much there. So I'll just leave that like that for a minute. I'll deal with that when we're out here. And holy moly. So the the lettuce, and just for giggles, I'm gonna pop one of these off here. And eat it. Just to see. Okay, now that tastes like lettuce. So maybe I ate it too early. And that's without me rinsing it off or anything. Okay, so do not eat the black seed lettuce early. Let it mature. Let it get nice and long. And then you can eat it. And it won't taste funny. That actually tastes better than lettuce. Okay, so the problem was eating it too early. And I do know I have a lot of lettuce in here, and I probably should transplant this. I'm not doing it today. It's just not happening today. This tomato plant right here, this sucker is a good 10 inches high. Yeah, it might be even 12 inches high. Even if I push it down, it's about 12 inches high. So they need to be replanted. And this one's about 10 inches here. That's 6. Yeah, this is about 10 inches. So, and all the black seed lettuce in the containers are doing good. I just got to remember, don't eat these early. Let's see, we got a little algae growing down in that one. This one needs to get down in that nutrient. Oh wait, it has roots down in there. See, that has roots down in there. I just want to make sure, just because the rock will is dry doesn't mean that it's stunning their growth. We got more cabbage here. We got tomatoes here. So I do want to go on record, this tomatoes. This is a cabbage, and it just refuses to die and refuses to grow. So I don't know what to do with that little guy down there. He's just refusing. He just doesn't care. This is the broccoli. Now this butter crunch lettuce is getting nice and sturdy here. They're both standing up really well. They're doing good. There's some lettuce down in here. Celery down in here, which all of these other leaves are blocking out because they're being greedy. And there's some celery here. This is the peppers. There's 2 pepper plants in there. There's 3 actually, because there's another one way down in there that's coming up. So there's 3 pepper plants in there. This is a cucumber. This is a cucumber here. And so that's 2 cucumbers here. That's cabbage. Looking for eggy. I think this is my eggplants. Yep, this is my eggy. down in there. So I'm just checking in on the nutrient level inside this lettuce here, and it's doing really well. So I'll let that go until I can make time to get all of this stuff transplanted. Everything looks to be doing really well. The tomatoes are killing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the greenhouse back for now. Take a look at this ugly mess I have in here that I need to do something about. And hopefully tomorrow, oh well, the sun is kind of coming out, but it is also 7 o'clock. And the sun's starting to come out over there. So I'm just going to wrap it up for today. Sorry if I feel like I wasted any of you guys' time, but hopefully checking in was doing alright. And we'll get in here and get her done. And we'll take a quick look around the front. Shade cloth is looking nice, but like I said, I'm just taking notes of things that I got to come cut down and come take care of for the maintenance portion. Hello everyone, it's May 7th. I'm out here and I'm actually getting ready to do some up potting before I go in for the night. The breeze is nice out, the weather is nice out right now. It's a nice breeze, so I want to see how much I can get done. So let's around here. Alright, I pulled the buckets out of the net house. I got some stuff in there that I still need to get cleaned up, but for the most part I want to check in on our little red maple, which is huge now. He's getting real big real fast, so I want to see where I want to pull him out and where I want to put him. So that's one thing. All this other vegetation, that's going to be another day. But right now we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the inside the greenhouse, because all deer yep, all needs to be transplanted or eaten. Yeah, even the butter crunch lettuce is all going crazy in here. The cucumbers, they love this greenhouse. Everything loves this greenhouse. Look, there is everything that survives loves this greenhouse. So I'm going to shut this and then we're going to come transplant some of these. But I got to wash these buckets out real fast. So I'll cut for that. Okay, so right now I got 2 of the buckets cleaned, so I want to get them started and let them fill up for now. Let's start the next one. Then I'll clean. That bucket is clean, I just got to clean the lid, and then I got to clean those last 2 buckets and prepare those to get ready. These lids are all clean. This bucket is clean for the most part, so sorry. So right now I'm get ready to build another system like the one I have in there, and we'll be transplanting while it's filling up. We'll be transplanting. This tomato's got to get out of here. That tomato, I don't know if y'all grasp how long this really is, man. This tomato is almost 16 inches tall. And then the other cabbage. And these 2, what is this? This is cucumbers. These are cabbage. These are broccoli down in here. celery. This here, these 3, it looks like 4 peppers down there now. So they're having a ball down there. But and there's a buttload of lettuce here that needs to be transplanted. So I'm going to be doing the transplanting just a little bit here, and then we'll get everything on water, nutrients all done. I gotta still wash this bucket out, but I want to finish filling this one up. So we'll go ahead and stop it there because it's starting to fill over. And this is hot water. This is hot water because I want to make sure the nutrients dissolve. So I'm not sticking these right in right away. So there will be a cutaway for that. But for right now, I'm just trying to get it all emptied out. Nice and clean. I'm gonna have to put down the camera so that I like this shade. I'm in love with that. I'm in love with that. The netting and the weed barriers will be here this week. Yeah, I'm a Gemini. You gotta knock my head against the wall sometimes to make me learn to put down the right material because it just grew through the plastic. It's like it's not even there. So let me pause and finish this up. So now I have everything pretty much set up for transplanting everything into the hydroponic systems. So what I'm going to do now is take the Aero Garden solution. I'm just going to take this and let you guys get close-ups and pause and look at it if you want. So I'm going to take some of this, measure it out into each of these buckets, then mix them up and let it cool off because this water is hot and you don't want to put your vegetables in the hot water, of course, because it'll cook them. So we're going to take a minute and get this. I figure before we get started, I might as well take a look inside of here, take the weight off, take a look inside the hydroponic system. You can see down in there, there's a lot of roots down there. Some of them are going pretty deep. And then if you look at the fuzzies, those are air roots so that it can breathe. And I also want to take a quick peek over here at the this guy here. This is a cucumber. He is not down in the rock into the solution, but I was hoping he'd grow down, so maybe he is, because he's not dying and it's pretty healthy looking. Maybe I'll turn him away from the sun for tomorrow because it's supposed to be hotter and it still feels alive and the leaves feel okay, but I think it could be doing better. The tomatoes, of course, are doing excellent. I'll throw some nutrient up on this guy. Get your drink on, buddy. You gonna make it. CPR clear. Alright, so gotta let him go. These guys are doing great. All of these tomatoes are doing excellent. They're both fruit, but this one likes more juice than the other. So I just make sure none of these leaves are in there, because that'll be a bummer. But alright, so we took a look at the root system and everything. So this water is still, it's not boiling hot, but it's like still too hot to put a plant in. So I'm gonna let this go for a little bit and put the nutrient in. So I shall return. All right, so for the first bucket I got down, what I did was 2 tablespoons for that bucket. After I ended up measuring it all out in the cap, it came out to 2 tablespoons for the bucket for the 4 gallons. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop 2 more tablespoons in each of these other buckets, and then this 2.5 gallon bucket, of course, is only going to get 1.5 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. This water is cooling off to a temperature where it's, you know, a nice dip on a hot day. So let me go ahead and finish up. Okay, as you can see, the bucket was clear and now it has its nutrients, so it looks kind of dirty, but that's just the color of the nutrient. So check the side temperature of this bucket. I'm still not comfortable with the temperature of this water, so no, we're not going to do it yet. I'm just going to sit out here until it's cool enough to do it. This one is getting there. It's like almost there. So again, just pondering, waiting. Oh, you know what I can do? I can get the mighty pool noodle and make the caps for these plugs, and hopefully by the time I'm done that, it should be all ready to go. So I'll check back in momentarily. Okay, took a little minute, but I got some pool wedges. I'll cut the size, cut a little hole in the middle so that it'll wrap around the plant, and I could wedge them into the holes on top of there. I believe I'm just going to start with the lettuce, get as many of those done today as possible, because it's already pushing 8 o'clock and I got to get a move on. So what I'll do is I'll pause and get the lettuce in there, and then we'll take a video of that, and then I'll take another video after I get the rest of the plants into their respective pots. So I shall be back momentarily. Alright, so we got our first tower done, and here we got some that long guy there is tomatoes. Sorry. Cabbage. Well, you know what? It's dark out here. I got my light on, but don't let it fool you. It's dark out here. So I put the lettuce in on top, and I guess I'll come out tomorrow and finish doing the last bucket. But so far so good. Everything's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna not snap anything on the way in. It's almost 8:30, I think. Yeah, it's like 8:15. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now the light's on. I guess it wasn't dark enough yet, but everything's looking good out here so far. That's the one tower. I got still this one to fill with these guys. I got more cabbage down there that I'm sticking there, and some tomatoes tomorrow. I would like to, well, the light came on, so I guess I could probably get it done now and let you guys see what it looks like. But that is a lot of vegetables in this little small area, and word to the wise, don't grow this lettuce together like this, because it's basically like when I had locks and I didn't take care of them, and you had to separating this stuff was a nightmare. So I'll check in and see what they look like tomorrow, but for now I'm just going to let them do what they do. I'm going to finish this and put this residual back into the greenhouse, and then prep the next batch. So far so good. This cabbage is looking all fine and excellent. That's 2 of them. This is 1 and that's 2. Look how beautiful they are. Even king cabbage is doing its thing, getting big over here. I want to get this out of the way so it doesn't bug it tomorrow, to stop them from getting their light. And since this light came on, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and stick these guys in here. And then I'll get it all wrapped up and get ready to go in the house in a little bit. But for now, let's get this last one done. Because I really don't want to transplant these tomorrow. I prefer that they're done today. And then I'm just done with this portion of the project and get back into the cleaning and maintenance part. So I guess I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more tomato plants in here. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I'll split these 2 apart, and instead of growing all 3 peppers, I'll just grow the 2 and separate them down the bottom. And but yeah, for right now, this is what we're working with. Everything's lit up real nice out here, even without my little night light. I guess I could turn that off now because it's lit up real nice out here. I actually like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her done. I'm trying to get in the house by 8:45. All right, we have the last bit of the system all put together here. It's pushing 8:30, 8:45. We got everything in here, so now it's up to each vegetation to grow its way down into the nutrient. We'll pull him in and put him down some. But they should be fine by tomorrow. They should be more willing to. I'm gonna pull him in because see how long he is out here. He's got plenty of room to come in here and dangle. Keep that rock wool nice and wet. Same for that guy. The pepper. So for right now, I'm just gonna cover this one up like that. Let them grow overnight. There was a bucket with water. Oh, there's a bucket with water to cover this up. These are peppers, tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. Oh, pepper. Sorry, peppers I put next to each other. And this lettuce. So far, this is one in a a small portion of the tower. We'll take another look at it tomorrow. But as you can see, it's dark out here, and my lights are dying. So we've been out here a bit too long. So for right now, I got everything for the most part cleaned up. So these guys should be okay till tomorrow. We'll go ahead and clean this all up and go in the house and prepare for dinner. So we'll see you guys tomorrow with another update.